And welcome back into the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars. We will continue with this MLB The Show 20 franchise and this custom league. We will finish this series off here today with the conclusion of this 2027 World Series. We go into Game 4 here between the Alaska Red Wings and the Atlanta Crusaders. We are here in Atlanta now in this Game 4. There's a little look at that series recap. We checked out, we focused on Game 1 of this World Series last time. A 3-0 win for Atlanta. Really good game that game was. And then the Atlanta, they won the next game as well on the road. And then Alaska took their first game of this World Series last time in Game 3. Not really close. Those two games weren't really that close. But we are now at Game 4. And we are getting ready to get this one underway here in Atlanta. Cole Stewart on the mound for the Crusaders in this Game 4. And not an overly impressive pitcher in the major leagues in the regular season, but he does have some good innings in this postseason. 10.2 innings and a 2.53 ERA. So we will quick manage here in this game, and then we will hop on in if things get a little crazy, and if we need to jump in here at the end of this game if it's a really good one. But we're going to quick manage here for the beginning parts of it as we get it started with the Alaska Red Wings on the with the bats, and a double there, but no runs in the first inning. And there's a triple by Tejada that does not end up scoring a run. That was a double play right there, I believe, as a walk by Riley Bell. A couple of base runners here. Flyout, strikeout, and a flyout does end the top of the third inning, though. So base runners given up by Cole Stewart here early on, but no runs allowed. There's a walk and a single. Now two runners on. Here's Riley Bell, and he cannot come through to score anything there in the top of the fourth. And now finally Atlanta's offense is doing something. A couple of base hits there and a sac fly, make it 1-0. As another couple of walks and still no runs by Alaska here so far through 5 innings. And on the other side, Johnny Diaz is pitching pretty well. Gave up that run in the 4th inning, but Stewart still pitching well. There is a home run, though, by Emel Rosario. Finally, somebody doing something against Cole Stewart in this one. There's a double by Dino Navarro. 2 for 3 for him on the game now. And now they're going to go into the bullpen here, and they bring out Benjamin Jost there, who gets out of the top of the 7th. A runner, Miguel Geraldo, throwing out at home plate there. In the bottom of the 7th inning, we had a tie game at 1 apiece. Joe's a walk and a single. There's a massive double play. Another walk. 2 down in the inning. A pinch hitter is Michael Ciani, who strikes out. Unfortunate there for Alaska. There's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th, and I think it's about time we hop into this ball game here. Cody Kella is the pitcher in this game right now for Atlanta, and this is the setup. We're in the top of the 9th inning here of Game 4 in a 1-1 score. Another close, low-scoring pitcher's duel type of game here tonight. Emel Rosario up 1 for 3 on the game, and he swings and misses at a curveball below the knees. Really great pitch right there from Cody Kella. Rosario shaking his head, cannot catch up to that one. Now it's Seth Beer, who is 0 for 3 in the game. And there is a ball down low. The count is now at 3-1. And Kella again. Here comes Seth on a 3-1 pitch. And there's a fastball inside for ball 4. So that's a walk of Seth Beer, which will put the go-ahead run on base here in the 9th inning. And with only one man out, a big spot here for Dino Navarro. Only batting .214 in these playoffs, but has a couple of doubles and a 2 for 3 night tonight. And of course, we all know who's on deck, Trey Mancini. So a big spot here with the heart of the order for Alaska. And there's another hit for Navarro. He's 3 for 4 tonight. From first to third goes the runner. And Navarro actually going to go all the way to second base with his third double of the game. And so a 3 for 4 night with 3 doubles for Dino Navarro. I call that a successful night at the plate from him tonight. As you get a look at that swing there from Rosario. Now, here comes the best hitter on this team in Trey Mancini. Now, the average is down to 326 on the average. There's 698 slugging and a 362 on-base percentage. He has still been the best hitter on this lineup for Alaska. He has slowed down a little bit in the Championship Series and in the World Series. Hasn't done as much, but still a great player here. And he does exactly what he needs to do here. All the way to the wall. The catch is made, but there's the tag from third base. And not any real shot at getting Seth Beer at home. And so Trey Mancini does exactly what the doctor ordered there and what Alaska was calling him to do. And that's going to fly ball deep into the outfield. And Alaska now is ahead 2-1 here in this 9th inning. Here's Miguel Andujar now, who's batting .275 in these playoffs. Has a good postseason so far. Looks at a fastball outside, and the catcher is telling Tony Keller to calm down a little bit here, trying to get out of this 9th inning. There's a changeup, though. Good pitch on the corner as the count now runs full. Biggest pitch of the game so far to this point. Here comes a 3-2 from Keller to Andujar. And it's on the corner inside part of the plate for strike 3. So, Tony Keller does end up giving up a run in that 9th inning, but that strikeout was huge. So, disaster strikes a little bit for Atlanta. Now they're down to the last 3 outs here in this game tonight. Do not want to go down 3-1 in this series to Alaska. Or actually, no, they're ahead of this series right now. So Alaska seeking to tie the series up at 2 games apiece here. And, I mean, you got to win these games at home if you're Atlanta. Very important to do that. As here's Jesse Winker. 3-0 count on him right now, as that's a forcing fastball that is strike 3. And, I mean, you're facing the best reliever in the entire league in this franchise, in this custom league, in Roberto Osuna. He's been perfect for these playoffs. And there's a line shot right to Dino Navarro in center field. And the catch is made. I believe that is Dino Navarro in center. Here he is, Xander Bogaerts now coming on up. Only batting .234 this postseason here on the average. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to him now as a fly ball deep into right field. Going back, and it's just over the wall. Home run! Xander Bogaerts ties the game. Atlanta's not dead yet. It's 2-2. And the first of this World Series for Xander Bogaerts. I believe only his second of these playoffs. And my oh my, what an impressive swing. And what a monster home run. Now we're tied at 2 apiece. There's a swing and a miss. And a nasty changeup. And man, when is the last time Roberto Osuna even gave up a home run? I know he hasn't given up a run. That was the first one he's given up in these playoffs at the very least. I mean, he is not a guy that gives up bombs and gives up runs at all in general very often. There's a nasty pitch, a cutter inside to Bryce Harper that is swung on and missed. But man, disaster strikes for Alaska here now in the 9th inning, giving up that monster homer. And we have our second extra inning game of this World Series as we go to the 9th. Now here's Anderson Tejada having a really good game today. Triple and a couple of singles. And actually, he might be the best hitter on this team right now in terms of this overall lineup for Alaska. Batting over 300 within 1,000 OPS. Now the count is full to him here, though. 3-2. A swing! And a miss. 98-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees. Great pitch there by Keller as we get another look at it here. And just behind that fastball is Tejada for another strikeout. Now here's Willie Gonzalez. 1 for 4 for him. Another full count pitch and a nasty curve as Kella gets his 3rd strikeout, I think, out of the bullpen. Or out of the bullpen here in this game. And, man, excuse the voice cracks there a little bit as that's a nasty pitch, though. And there's no 2 down in the inning. And here's Riley Bell. 0 for 2 on him. And there's a swing and a miss. And a 2-seamer. So Cody Kella, what an inning in the 10th there. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. Down on strikes from Alaska in that inning. We go middle of the 10th, and Atlanta a chance to walk it off here tonight. We have not seen a walk-off yet in this World Series. Remember that Atlanta won the first extra inning game that we had, that we saw back in Game 1, 3-0 in 10 innings. Here's A.J. Minter out of the bullpen in 6.1 innings. He's been pretty good there, the 2.84 ERA. I don't think that's a good choice out of the bullpen here for Alaska. And there's a swing and a miss and a changeup now. Here's Miguel Geraldo in danger of being another strikeout victim. Now 1-2 count here as Minter gets the pitch signal from the catchers. Comes set. And the pitch is on the corner there at the knees. And that was a pretty easy strike call there from the umpire. And another strikeout here. Now there's 2 down for Shea Langoliers, who grounds it up the middle, but it's stopped by the second baseman, who makes the play. Nice scoop there by the first baseman. And well, 10 innings, not enough to determine a winner in this ball game. We are going to go into the 11th here in this one. Now here comes the manager, and it looks like we're going to have a double switch here for Atlanta out of the bullpen. And here comes Daniel Davis. 3 innings only, so very limited sample size. Has kind of struggled, though, in his 3 innings so far with that 12 ERA. Now here's Dino Navarro up, and he swings through that fastball there. 3 for 4 again with those 3 doubles tonight. A 1-2 pitch to him now is a swing and a miss. A slurve outside and a little low. Great job there from Daniel Davis. That was nasty. And Dino Navarro swings right out in front of that pitch for an out. And here's Miguel Andujar. Doesn't have much in the way of production today. 0 for 3 in this game. First pitch here to Andujar is going to be a fastball inside that nicks the corner for strike 1. As an 0-1 pitch now is a swing and a fly ball. It's pretty deep out there in center. Racing on over is the center fielder, who does get there eventually. Brian Reynolds makes the catch to end the 11th. In the top of the 12th, actually. We're in the 12th inning now, as we are going to go to the bottom of the 12th. And here's Lucas Sims. And, man, in 4 innings this postseason, he's been pretty bad, actually, as now a 2-1. Fly ball, shallow center, and Dino Navarro will not get there in time as that ball falls in. So now a runner on. There's the winning run on base. There's a swing and a fly ball, but it's to the right fielder, excuse me, and the catch is made right there to end the 12th. So 12 innings, man, not enough in this ball game for a winner to be decided. We go to the 13th, and, well, here's Joe Jimenez out of the bullpen, and, well, I don't know if I should have done this in retrospect, but we are going to go, and I wanted to just quick manage the top of this 13th inning, but immediately out of that quick managing, Anderson Tejada gets his 4th hit of the game, and it's a monster solo homer right there in the top of the 13th. So probably should not have done that. I probably should have played this rest of this game out, but that was a monster swing and a monster home run. Now Alaska is 3 outs away once again from winning this game. The first time, couldn't seal the deal. This will they do it here as Alex Reyes is pitching for Alaska. That ball is caught here in center field. So 1 down for Shea Langoliers, 1 for 4 with a single in this ball game. 2-2 pitch here from Alex Reyes is a swing and a miss on a four-seam fastball. And man, Shea Langoliers upset at that swing way late on that pitch, jammed him for sure. And man, filthy stuff from Alex Reyes. Now here is Jose Martinez, a pinch hitter, coming in a double switch as a ground ball to third, across the diamond, and the play is made. And Alaska takes this game here. They take game 4 in 13 innings by a final score of 3-2. Anderson Tejada with a monster homer in the top of the 13th. And we saw both teams trading big-time blows in that 9th inning to send this game into extra innings. And, I mean, man, the Crusaders had a couple of chances there, had a few chances to walk the game off, and they could not do it. So they fall in this one. The series is now knotted up at 2 apiece. And I would be a little bit worried if I were Atlanta, because Alaska won the first 6 games of this postseason. Now they've won the last 2 here in a row in this World Series, as you get a snapshot of some of the key players there in that box score. But guess who the player of this game is going to be? Well, if you guess Anderson Tejada, you would certainly be correct. I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense. He had that home run, of course, in the 13th inning, but he just had a great game overall. 4 for 6 overall in this one with that home run that he had. So that will be the end of this one here. The final score from Atlanta, Alaska 3 and Atlanta 2. As we will continue as we go into the next game in this World Series here, Game 5. And this is a huge, critical game in this series with these two teams tied at 2 games apiece. And again, quick managing the situation once more here. We'll hop in if the game is really good. There's a home run. Another home run from Emanuel Rosario. I believe he got a home run in last game, too, as, man, Cal Contrell is really struggling here in the first inning. I mean, he gave up only 1 run, but he gave up 4 hits and a walk in that first inning. That was tough there from him. Matthew Liberatore pitching for Alaska. And man, he's got some good stats there on his side. A stolen base from Dino Navarre. Already some more base runners here, as there's a walk of Mancini working around him. Fielder's choice, but a bases clearing double from Anderson Tejada makes it 4-0. Another single, another run comes in. 5-0 Alaska. And Cal Contrell, man, is not doing well. I mean, I think that's going to be the end of the night for him. 3 innings and gave up 8 hits and 5 runs. So, really, really bad performance. There's a double play. That is unfortunate, as you had the bases loaded there by Atlanta, and nothing happened out of that. So, we'll see. This game might not really turn into anything here. Logan Allen out of the bullpen here already for Atlanta, and the road team has won every single game in this World Series, by the way, so a very interesting footnote there, and Alaska looks to keep that trend going. I mean, this will be huge to take a 3-2 game series lead. This series will shift to Alaska here for Game 6 and a possible Game 7 if we need it in this series. As we go into the top of the 7th, nothing really much has happened offensively for either side yet. In this one, Atlanta does finally get on the board, but, I mean, they're still down by 4 runs. Jose Leclerc out of the pad now. Here comes Corbin Burns for Alaska. First time we've seen his name in quite a while in this franchise. He had a great season for Alaska, but, you know, kind of a struggle out of the bullpen there. There's a home run from Xander Bogaerts in the bottom of the 8th, so he's had a couple of dingers in the last couple of games, but that makes it a 3-run game here. Matt Cronin trying to get out of the 9th, and he does. No runs for Alaska since the 3rd, but Atlanta does not do anything in the 9th inning. And I believe Roberto Osuna came in and got that save there at the end of the game. But that is a win for Alaska, and what a monster win it was for them, as they have now taken a 4-2 series lead here in this series, or 3-2 series lead, 4-2 means that they would have won the series. But a 3-2 series lead, and that means that they have the 1-game advantage going into Alaska for Game 6 and, again, potentially Game 7. Get a look at the box score there one more time, but a good start from Matthew Liberatore for Alaska. The bullpen came in and did their job very well. Amanda Rosario was 3 for 5 with a home run in this game and an RBI, and a 5-2 win for Alaska there, saved by Alex Reyes, and a win for Matthew Liberatore tonight. Really quickly looking at that box score there, you see a snapshot of 12 hits for Alaska in that game. Their offense was very good. So here we go. Alaska has the chance to clinch this World Series in front of their hometown crowd. Remember, Alaska went to the championship, went to the World Series last year. They lost in 6 games to the Chicago Blue Sox. So they're looking for redemption here, and now they have a chance to knot up their first World Series in franchise history here against Atlanta. And Atlanta now facing a tall task to try and win 2 games on the road here. But the road team has won every single game in this series. Atlanta won the first 2 on the road. Alaska's won the last 3 in a row, all on the road at games 3, 4, and 5. Snapshot of the series recap there. And Sixto Sanchez is on the mound for Alaska to try and seal the series. Dylan Cease on the mound for Atlanta, trying to keep the Crusaders alive in this season, as potentially the last game of the year here in this one tonight, as it's the postseason and it's the World Series here in MLB The Show 20. So here's Sixto, and in 3 starts and 17 innings, pretty good numbers for him. A 2.04 ERA, 14 hits allowed, and 5 walks, 19 strikeouts. So he's having himself a really decent time on the mound in this postseason. Here's Brian Reynolds, 14 of 71 overall this postseason for him. Only 197 average there, 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. But just as we've done in the last 2 games of this series, we will quick manage here this one tonight and hop in at the very end of this one. As tall task here once again. Can Atlanta do anything against Sixto Sanchez today? There's a 1-2-3 top half of the first inning. You go to the bottom, and a 1-2-3 bottom half. These 2 pitchers should figure to be a good start for both of them. There's a monster double play after a couple of walks there by Sixto, as there's a scoreless bottom of the second here from Dylan Cease. Langoliers with a base hit. That's the first one of the game by either side here, as another 1-2-3 inning, and settling in quickly to a pitcher's duel in this one. 32 innings from Dylan Cease this postseason, and look what his stats look like. He does give up an RBI single there by Miguel Andujar, though, in the bottom of the 4th. That's a monster run, as Alaska scores the first run of this ball game. Stolen base by Coney Cavaco. There's a out, though, and Atlanta, their offense only 3 hits now after that single by Reynolds, but a double play ends that chance, ends anything there happening for the offense. And a home run by Trey Mancini. I mean, that's like, he hasn't had a lot of home runs in this World Series, but I don't know how many home runs that is for him in the playoffs, but I believe it's, around 6 or 7. He's just been insane for Alaska this whole playoffs, as they're going to go to, it looks like we're going to go to the bullpen here. At least Alaska will in the top of the 7th here after a single by Bryce Harper. Just trying to decide what they want to do here. Do they want to go to a starting pitcher out of the bullpen, or just go to their or just go to somebody in their bullpen, as they will decide on Romo Ramirez, who has pitched 5.1 shutout innings, and he does close the door in the 7th. Doesn't give up any runs there. Here's Benjamin Jose, who's given up like 1 run in 11.1 innings, but kind of struggling here. There's a sac fly. Gives up a monster 3rd run for Alaska. Atlanta's offense is nowhere to be found. They haven't had anything happen yet. There is a home run, though, by Jesse Winker, and the first run allowed by Alex Reyes in this postseason. And it's a 1-3 game, and we are going to go to Roberto Osuna, who is looking for the, I think, his 5th save of this postseason. Now, the last time, of course, that we just saw Roberto Osuna, he gave up that home run in the bottom of the 9th inning in a save situation. But here we go. Top of the 9th. Atlanta 3 outs away, as there is a swing and a miss. Justin Scott does not start the 9th inning off correctly there before Atlanta. What a pitch here from Roberto Osuna. And way, way late on that one is Justin Scott. Now 2 outs away. Here is Rowdy Tellez. 0-2 to him. Swing and a miss! Oh, man, what a nasty cutter. As, look at this pitch from Osuna. Oh, man, absolutely filthy. Cannot hit that one at all. No chance. Here's now Bryce Harper. The count is 3-1, and it's ball 4. So, here we go. I mean, the tying run now is walking up to the plate in the form of Miguel Geraldo, who's had a good postseason, batting .277 with a couple of homers and 5 RBIs. Now 1-1. Geraldo is on the ground. Osuna is not able to make the play on it, as that ball eludes both him and the third baseman there. A very interesting scenario there, but it is a base hit for Miguel Geraldo, and now the tying run is on base. Here is Cody Cavaca, 1 for 3 in this postseason. There's a swing and a miss on the fastball at 99 for strike 1. The count is 1-1. Here it comes. There, it's on the corner for strike 2. Atlanta's down to the last strike now this season. Alaska, here we go. Roberto Osuna with a 1-2. And it is just inside. Almost hits Cavaco here. 2-2 count. As Roberto Osuna, here it comes. Swing and a miss! Osuna gets the strikeout, and Alaska has won the World Series. It's their first title in franchise history, and a year after they fall just a couple of games short from the title, they come back and they leave no doubt they are the World Series champions here in 2027. Congrats to Alaska here, their first championship, and I mean, how excited must this team feel, as, I mean, a year after you come so close to that World Series ring and that World Series trophy, they fall short, but this year they managed to hold that trophy, and Michael Ciani out of the outfield, he is super excited. The front office here for Alaska and the managers all excited as well. And that is the conclusion of this MLB The Show 20 Custom League. What a series here for this episode. I mean, this series had 55 or 54 episodes or something. But I mean, what a series. And that's where the end of the recording was for that game there. That's with the final frame there that we had on that recording. And the Alaska Red Wings, the World Series champions in 2027. That is going to conclude this series, everybody. And I do want to thank you for the support on this franchise. I mean, the last video that I uploaded here of the World Series game has over 150 views. That is the most views that I've gotten on any video that I posted by far. And that support is really awesome. I really do appreciate it. I don't quite understand why that video got so many views, but I mean, I really do appreciate it all the same. And I just want to kind of talk about, this series, and just thank you guys for the support on it here, as, this is clips from another game that I recorded when I was back home for spring break last week. But, man, what a series we had. I know it was a little bit of a crazy series, and I did have a couple of mistakes that were made in this series. I mean, there was some clips that I ended up deleting accidentally, and, it's just to see kind of a progression of where it was when I started that franchise and where I am now with some of the franchises that I have going on, and continuing this franchise in this series in a way, and MLB The Show 22 now with our own custom league that we have. But this was, a good game and a good franchise to get started, to introduce me to YouTube a little bit, and I really love doing this. This is a a really awesome hobby for me. And who knows, maybe it'll turn into a little side hustle for me. But that may happen in time, God willing. But either way, even if it doesn't turn into anything like that, it's just something fun that I really have found in a great enjoyment. And again, the support. We only have 36 subscribers, so it's not like I'm any big YouTuber or anything, but I do appreciate every single one of you that clicks onto the video, gives me a view, and, watches all the way through. I really do appreciate you guys that end up doing that, and so, again, share this with a friend. I know this franchise is finally over now, but, again, share it with people that you know. If you have anybody that is really looking for some, custom league stuff to do, I mean, I'm here, and I will be continuing the MLB The Show 22 Custom League. We'll have that series going on for a long time, I think, and so, this has been really fun to do this, and I have learned a lot from, just the stuff that I've done in this MLB The Show 20 Custom League. A lot of mistakes that I made, but overall, it was a really good series. So, with all that being said, that is going to be it for me here, and that is going to be the final episode of this MLB The Show 20 Custom League. We will continue with the MLB The Show 22 Custom League. We'll have an episode of that going up here. That's the next episode that'll go up on the channel. And in that series, we'll have a couple of games at the Major League level. Well, then we'll go down to Double-A, look at some prospects there, and then we'll continue in the majors. But also the Miami Marlins series right near the All-Star break right now as well. So stay tuned for that, for episodes of that series as well. That series will continue. I probably will not be getting the English the 23 game. I do know that the draft is really overhauled in that game. And that is really, what I've seen from the draft that I've, the episodes that I've watched of MLB 23. It does look actually really fun. And I think that they did a great job of revamping the draft in that game for the new game. But there's no league to league saves, unfortunately, for MLB 23. If there was, that's, I would be all on board on getting MLB 23 and just transferring, the franchise that I have on 22 to 23. That would be what I would do. But there is no year-to-year saves for 23. I really hope that they bring that back. That would kind of suck if they, never brought back the year-to-year saves. But especially because, they also have the updated playoff format, which is, something that I kind of wish there was in MLB 22 as well. So unfortunately, because of that, I'm not gonna be getting the new game, and I won't be doing really any franchise stuff on the new game. I don't have the money really to get MLB 23 every single year. Anyway, I will probably get the game, every couple of years. But yeah, so we're gonna be stuck on MLB 22 for a long time. And so, I know that a lot of you guys probably want to see MLB 23 content from me, but there's plenty of other YouTubers that, are covering MLB 23 stuff, so I'm not, shouldn't be the only person that you go to for that. There's a lot of other YouTubers that have that game and are playing on that game, so just keep that in mind. But with all that being said, I don't have to think anything else to say. I just want to thank everybody for, again, the support on this franchise and just the support on the channel. So remember to subscribe to this channel so you are notified of the new videos that come out. And just have a great day, everybody. Easter weekend here for everybody, and I really hope that you guys have a great Easter weekend. Good Friday was yesterday, and Easter Sunday tomorrow. He is risen indeed. So just praise be to that, and well, have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. This is Lucas from Mars, signing off. You've been listening to Lucas from Mars, and just have a great weekend, and God bless.